2, 1.
Hello, my name is Sanjo.
Hello, my name is Jack, and we're doing Music in the Holocaust, Encountering Hope Within the Horror.
Thank you. So, you can go ahead and face me. Let's start off at the beginning. Why did you two decide to do this topic?
We decided to do this topic. I joined earlier before she did, and so we decided to do this topic because I was really interested in the Holocaust, and when I was researching, I found out they did music in the Holocaust, which was very surprising. And I thought, why would they have music in the Holocaust? And I found that not only did it serve as a job to keep the Holocaust inmates alive, but it helped them gain hope and willpower to survive through the Holocaust.
Excellent. So, how did you go about doing your research?
The research, first off, we tried to find the most reliable sources, which couldn't involve the .com because mostly that could be written by biased authors. So we found the website. So there was a museum in Washington, D.C. called the United States Memorial Holocaust Museum. The thing is, we're in Singapore, so we can't really visit that. So we found their website, and it had tons of footage and photos, as well as stories of musicians who managed to keep alive and play music for the guards, so that they would be labeled as useful and they wouldn't be sent straight to the gas chambers. Also, we tried to also, since there were no Holocaust survivors living in Singapore, we looked at the Shoah Foundation, which is a website which had testimonies of all the Holocaust survivors and how they managed to live through the ghettos or the camps. And we found one particular interview which talks about how one woman used music in order to survive in the camps, as she played in the orchestra and she wasn't labeled as useless.
All right. Interesting. So, you have chosen to use the documentary category to show your project. Why documentary?
I found that we should use documentary because we can put music in the documentary, which is really what our project is about. And in exhibits, we would have a hard time putting music.
Okay. Were there any other reasons? Have you done documentary movies before?
Yeah, I was in video class last year, and we did lots of movies then, and I have some movie background.
So, can you talk to me about the process that you went through to create your documentary?
Well, first off, we had to find the research. We had to find the exact topic we were searching for. It's about music in the Holocaust, but it has to relate to the theme, right? So it's explore, encounter, exchange, and we found out that many musicians exchange music for hope, as well as encountering other musicians they also encountered other musicians while being deported to the camps and ghettos, and they also exchange music from their culture to others.
So tell me more about how you made the documentary.
We got pictures from websites such as the Holocaust Memorial Museum, and then we also got an interview from the Shoah Foundation, and we put all those pictures and videos, and including some other websites that we got a couple pictures from, like history.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you write the script beforehand, or how did it work? Which came first?
So I was in charge of the script, but when I wrote it, I realized that I like to write a lot and that it was way too much for 10 minutes, so I had to cut it down while we were recording. At the very end, he recorded everything because we thought it'd be nice to just have one voice doing the whole thing. Like when I first did the script, the entire thing was 15 minutes long and that was way too long, and I realized that we had to display the most important parts of our topic, the most meaningful. So I cut it down and I put it in the parts of the introduction, how the Holocaust started, then the first step to where the Jews and where the other minorities had to be deported, which was the ghettos. We also included a story of one man who was in the ghettos and how he used music to survive, and then to the camps because that was the final step, and a story of Alma Rose, who used her talent of being a violinist in the story. And then at the very end, we talked about the connection of how people in modern day times and from eras before, on how they also use music to get on with their situation. Like, we did antebellum America, so the slaves sang work songs and religious songs to assuage the pain and get over the dismal conditions that they were working in. As for the 2015 Paris attacks, on the one particular attack of the Stade de France stadium, where 3 people had just died, when they were being evacuated, the football fans were singing La Marseillaise, which was a French anthem, And one person said that they sang it because it would show self-liberation and that they weren't afraid of what was going on.
Oh, interesting. You talked about this a little bit earlier. How did you manage to find ways to connect the theme with your topic?
We could connect the theme with our topic because they would exchange music in order to gain hope and food and water and necessities to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they would encounter other musicians and
Mm-hmm.
other types of music that they would have to play.
Mm-hmm. Did you, when you started, did you see the connections to the theme, or did it take a little while to start seeing into it?
Oh, we immediately saw the connection for encounter and exchange, but not for the exploring part. And then we realized that there were many people who were in the concentration camps, they never played a single instrument. But then when when the guards asked who can play the instrument, they said that they could, and they slowly learned. So we realized that they explored their options of survival, like they could either do labor and die of exhaustion or get sent to the gas chambers, or they could play music and then have necessities such as water and food in order to survive.
Why is it important for people to learn about music in the Holocaust? Why is this important?
It's important because this music is not only just used in the Holocaust for them to gain hope, it's also used all the time. Like the slaves, as we mentioned earlier, and in the Stadium de France. It's a really common tool to gain hope in desperate situations.
Furthermore, when we first started the project, we thought the Holocaust was just all of miserable stories, how people were dying and getting sent to the gas chambers, and that there was like no hope at all. But then when we discovered that there were orchestras and that some people even smuggled instruments in order to play music, it was really shocking. So we want to share that with everybody because that part of the Holocaust just isn't shared.
If you were to talk about your project for the first time to, say, one of your friends, you know, an 8th grader, what would you tell them is the most important thing they should learn from looking at your project?
The most important thing from looking at our project is that that music can give you hope in desperate situations, and it can also give you necessities to survive.
Oh,
Also, it's not even a real item; it's non-tangible. It shows that how powerful music can be.
Mm-hmm.
It connects people back to their roots. It reminds them of past memories, and it just gives them just a will to move on.
Okay. If you were to go on to nationals, if your project was selected as one of the top 2, what things do you have kind of in your mind that you would like to improve on?
Okay, I would like to improve on, well, I forgot to put in a certain video of Vladislav Spielman, a survivor from the ghettos, who played, this video is of him playing piano, Frederick Chopin's Nocturne, C-sharp minor.
Uh-huh.
And in this video, and that's the same song he played to Captain Willem Hausenfield when they encountered, and in exchange, Hausenfield gave him necessities to survive, which is very important for our documentary.
Okay.
Also, I think my musicians could use some work.
All right, so some technical things and some content.
Yeah, with the
Things as
transitions,
well.
it's better to slowly, not to just jump to one topic to the other. It's kind of overwhelming for the audience.
Mhm.
So more smoothly, and I think our music is fine because we found tons of music, former musicians playing the same songs they played in the ghettos and camps. So the music was okay.
Cool. Now, we've kind of come to the end of this here. Is there anything else you would like us judges to consider as we sit down and go through all the projects? Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I would like to say that our project is different because instead of just the exchange of normal items like exchanging goods, ours is more of a metaphorical, non-tangible thing that they exchange, and that's how music for hope. It's
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Great. Thank you very much. Let me shake your hands here. Well done. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.